Thank you. Welcome back to the most important review show ever. Yes, it's the show where the only thing that matters is you, the viewer's opinion. I'm your host, Gerald Stein, and tonight's guests, they hate the spotlight, they're not fickle at all. Yes, they are actresses. Sarah Barlin, Anji Woodley, how are you girls doing?
Fabulous, darling. Wonderful.
I told you they're not actresses. Yeah, I've known you girls quite a while. We've done a couple of things together. Tell me, did you enjoy this movie?
I loved it.
It's 2015's Birdman. It stars Michael Keaton, Edward Norton, Emma Stone, if I'm not mistaken.
Naomi Watts.
Yeah, it's
Naomi Watts? What?
Galifianakis is also in there somewhere.
Galifianakis is
But anyway,
inside.
if you haven't seen it, go out and watch it. It's technically, and it won a lot of Oscars, so yeah, go see it. So girls, what I want you to explain to the viewers, give me, in your view, what would you say what the story is about and the main theme, the moral of the story, in your view?
Who's going first?
You can go first. Be like, it's like you go first because.
Okay, Sarah, you go
All
first.
right, thank you.
Don't say the whole part.
Okay, I won't say the whole thing.
Let me jump
Right.
in if you like.
Can I please speak? So what I think the movie is about is a has-been actor who is struggling with different parts of himself and kind of just wants to find the recognition of the public, but more than that, find himself in that sort of reputation. So he wants to be
Relevant.
relevant.
Yeah.
That's what I was like. What is
And I'm the Afrikaans, so
he wants his he's searching
So
for
if
relevance.
there's anything left for Angie,
Yeah, I was like, cool.
No. There's plenty to say.
I'm also important.
I'll tell you the ending. Thanks, Sarah.
Don't spoilers alert!
So, anything to add?
Well, Birdman is why it's called Birdman is actually because he has this character that's chasing him around, which is a birdman, and it's from 20 years ago, a movie that he was starring in as a superhero, and his character was Birdman. And this Birdman character taunts him and criticizes him, and it's like, I would think it's those demons inside of you, that subconscious part of you. Every time you're about to do something, you have that counsel thought like, oh, I'm not good enough.
Yeah, the shadow.
Yeah, the shadow, right.
And he refuses to make the fourth Birdman movie, which means that he's starting to.
Well, because
But
it's a typical.
on the superhero point, I mean, isn't it very relevant? I mean, we've got the age of now, all these Marvel movies, DC movies, they kind of like tied it in, and I think in that movie, in Birdman itself, they show Robert Downey Jr. and he puts like he has a quip and he says something like, what did he say? He says like, yeah, it could have been me. It could have, if he had just made another film, you know. So it was very.
Yeah, I mean, I think for him it wasn't like every actor lusts for that meaty role, that like deep role that you can sink your teeth into, and
He wants to be taken seriously.
yeah,
He got typecast probably.
yeah, right, exactly.
Yeah. And
As a bird.
Yeah,
I mean, and it's Michael Keaton who played Batman.
Yeah.
yeah.
So, I wonder if
that's
that was
funny.
intended.
I think
Maybe,
it was.
yeah.
I don't know.
I didn't even think
Well,
of that.
you-
That's a good
It was.
point.
I spoke to Manuel Lebensky. That was the cinematographer, not even
Oh,
the director.
really?
Whoopsie. Okay.
Not bad. Just did their homework. Guys, then being actresses yourselves, right? Was there a specific scene in this movie? Because I mean, obviously there are a lot of things that you could connect with, that you could relate with. But was there like a specific scene that like grabbed you and said, Jesse, I know that. Like what? Sarah, you seem to be.
Yes, there were two. So
Okay.
the first one is
Again, leave some.
is when Naomi Watts is in the dressing room, and then she's like, "Why do I always exploit myself like this as a woman?" And then her friend is like, "Because you're an actress, darling. I love that." And I was crying. I was like,
She's going through a rough time.
it was
now.
so rough.
And she was blonde.
Yes, it's me. And then also the Emma Stone speech when she tells her dad, you know that. Oh God, it was beautiful. Where
the
she's
one
like,
where she's not telling him that he's a bad dad. That part, bad dad.
well, yeah, and she's just like, you're trying to do something and you're cuck. You're
Yeah.
horrible. And it was just so raw and honest and wow, okay, keep going. Keep the pace up.
Yeah. But then she kisses the girl right after that.
Oh,
Did
yeah.
that also happen?
No, that's before that.
Then I mean, in your experience, as an actress.
No.
Okay.
I can't say that.
Okay.
I loved the scenes that I particularly loved, apart from the whole thing, because it actually looked like it was filmed in one take, so it was almost as if it was one scene, but actually it wasn't really.
Yeah. I wanted to ask you guys. That's the whole hubbub about this movie is they say it's one cut and just this camera following everybody and so forth. How do you think they did that?
Well, actually, if you read up on it, it looks as though it was done. It seems as though it was done in one cut.
Yeah.
But the way it wouldn't have been done long ago because there's not the film technology to be able to do to be able to film something like that and make it look like it was one cut.
I think they wanted to fuse theatre and film. That was like their big.
Yeah. It works. I mean, Well, I also read about it. I'm not going to pretend as if I just saw the movie and knew everything, but they use like this technique. They swipe. So what happens is they would pan the camera on the dolly and it will go through like a pole. And in that pole, they cut it and they just go on.
Yeah.
So little things like that.
Right.
Yeah, that was kind of cool.
It's just super clever filming and editing in that film. But you asked the question was what the favorite scene. So
And Anji hasn't told
yeah,
me. So.
was actually the one when he has his rants. He has his rants, which I love. Yeah. And when he gets locked outside and he has to walk through Times Square in his underpants, and he's just like missioning. You know, I've just got to can get there, and then he walks right through the show. All the audience like, what?
And he's in full.
Yeah.
Then they go into the thing and it goes out.
And he pretends to mimic this gun, basically, for that part of the play.
Knock, knock! That was a great scene. The other thing, when Edward Norton's character comes in, Regan, no, it's not Regan, I can't remember his name. When he comes in the scene, when they fired that other guy, Edward Norton comes and he kind of like auditions. But he tells the main guy what to do. He tells him, you guys are actors.
Let's just go.
Just give it to
He's a method actor, so he's like, I really want to be in this, and if I'm going to have sex with her, I'm really going to have sex.
He does, and then she's like, deeply disturbed.
Have you come across actors like that they... Because I know one of the worst things you can do as an actor is give another actor like a tip.
Sorry, actually say the line. Actually, say that question again, Gerald. I think you need a little bit more personal.
Just give it to me as a fucking...
That wasn't very believable.
I believe you, Gerald.
I just it was sort of it fell into serious that.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like my chair.
No.
It's a ginger hair.
Yay.
Way off topic.
Get it together.
I'm not going to win with you guys. My question is, have you come across that in your professional career? And how do you handle it for any aspiring actors?
People telling you what to do.
Yeah.
All the time.
In acting, not in...
As an actor telling you what to do.
Yeah.
Other actors. I haven't really.
No, I have. Like when you're working with someone and you say, hey, how about if you were to give me that line in this way? Let's see how it could change. Like when we did Maids, the show together, it was like we worked a bit like sometimes we would try different things. It's not so much as you're not doing that right, but more of a suggestion to maybe help the other actor.
But we spoke about before.
Yeah,
It was like,
yeah.
let's try it this
but
way.
But I mean, in this particular movie, he's going now. Yeah, so that was okay. And then another thing that this film touches on is critics, film critics or theatre critics. I think it's probably. How do you guys? Have you ever been involved in something where a critic bashed it? Not, I wouldn't say like in this instance, it's more about the main actor being bashed before they even saw the play because he was a film star taking space up in a Broadway theatre.
Yeah.
So do you think, have you ever been involved in something where you think you were unjustly criticized just because of the people you work with? Is that a mouthful?
No, not really.
Except, no, nothing.
Okay.
I
Oh,
don't,
that's-
I
that's
don't
good.
think we like that level yet.
But
Okay.
I think it is a problem, though, in general in Hollywood and Broadway. And if you
Wherever.
think of, who did it? There was an actor or a singer that performed on Broadway. I think it was Kylie Minogue. And then she
Oh.
broke character. She was in a musical, and then she broke character to like wave at her fans, and everyone was like, "What? You can't do that."
Like these rules.
Yeah, because there's rules in the
Yeah,
theatre.
don't corpse and don't, yeah.
And
But
don't
that
break
is,
the
but
fourth
that
wall.
is kind of true. I mean, even when you're at nursery school and you do a play and you see if the kids like,
And then you just whip your child. Because
you
how
just whip
dare
them.
they?
I'm not hiding.
Whip.
No, not kidding.
She's gonna make a great.
It's mainly my mom in the back waving at me.
Yeah, you can't help.
And I'm like,
If you don't do something, they're not going to stop. Yeah. Okay, but then now the ending of this movie, very open. What are your conclusions? What do you think happens in the ending when Emma Stone goes out of the window?
Yeah, that was. I know. That was like quite a perturbing ending for me because I lay in bed thinking like, what is this? Did she actually commit suicide? Did he commit suicide? Did he actually
Yeah.
die properly? Was he even alive? Like, did he go back
Yeah.
to stage? And it was just like this.
Because the whole movie you don't know. I mean, because
Yeah.
he levitates and he flies.
Yeah,
but-
so-
Yes, but that's my point as well. People go to the conclusion that he jumped and he killed himself. But I don't buy that because remember early in the movie he goes up the building and then he flies and then he
Yeah.
goes into the theatre and then the taxi guy comes out and chases him.
Yes.
Like so he didn't fly, he was driving a bloody taxi. Now she looks up and people say no, he killed himself and he was
But she
so
looks up and
clever.
smiles.
yeah, so I think he's
why
literally
would-
climbing a building.
She
I
would
think
look
he's
down and
fucking
cry, surely,
Yeah.
if he was dead.
Yeah.
Because that character Birdman that he was seeing in the play is actually him. It's his other alter ego. So he was just doing like
Yeah.
crazy man. But it's so well written because even now in 2017 we're busy talking
Still
about it,
about yeah.
and it's still like this mystery, which
Yeah,
is
it's our secret
brilliant.
algorithm actually. Because you're actresses and so forth.
yeah.
Yeah,
Best movie
I
Is
don't
ever.
it
know.
this?
Yeah, when you take one or
Barney
two.
Stone.
Gumball.
No. But
Touch the gum.
okay, only I just want one
This
last thing.
episode is way too long.
Yeah.
Last thing about the ending. He kills himself on stage because he thinks he's not going to get the recognition.
Well, he
and the-
attempts to
Yeah,
kill
yeah, yeah. But
somebody.
he botched
Yeah.
it, right?
He's not good at anything.
So he wanted to be relevant again. He shoots himself. He gets the relevance, right? Afterwards, they praise him. When he's in the hospital, he gets his new nose. And then you tell me he goes out of the window and kills himself just after that because he can't get rid of the bird. So the question is it ever enough? I guess.
No, well, doesn't he say one line just before he goes out the window to Birdman? Doesn't he say something like goodbye, or he says
No.
something?
Oh, I don't know. But
Oh.
then he goes into the toilet and he looks in there.
Yes, yeah, and then he says something to him and he leaves.
Yeah.
So maybe he died. Maybe that was him like
Liberating himself.
levitating spiritually out of the world or whatever, and being like goodbye to this.
Wow.
Because I don't know how you can survive shooting yourself in the face, to be honest.
Nobody knows.
Yeah.
Oh, but, ay.
Did you say funny or punny?
Punny.
Oh.
That is a thing.
The Afrikaans accent again.
Okay. All right. Last question. Then you're released. If you had to convince this audience, to watch this movie shortly, what would you tell them? Why should they go watch this movie?
It's just beautifully crafted.
Yeah.
It's such a gorgeous movie to watch. It takes you on like a wide range of emotions.
It's intelligent. It requires
It's
some...
funny.
Yeah, it's
It's dark.
beautifully shot.
Yeah.
And
the acting
incredibly
is
well
impeccable.
acted, yeah. I mean, it wouldn't have over 9 nominations and, I don't know, a ridiculous amount of wins over
If it
4
wasn't
if
good.
it wasn't. So, yeah,
Yeah.
just do yourself a favor,
Yeah.
educate yourself and watch some good movies.
There you have it. Go watch it. Girls, thanks for joining. I hopefully if they select you guys again, we'll see you soon. And yeah, you know what to do. Comment below, tag a name who you want to see on that couch, on this show. And who knows, maybe you could be next and give the most important review ever. Thank you.
Yay!